on here. Howdy, howdy, howdy again. Hope y'all are having a fantastic day. It is good old Friday over here. I just got out of the gym, out of the shower, so hence all the craziness, all the messiness, whatever the hell this hair is doing. And yeah, I don't have much today. There is a decent little bit of film news, so we can scroll through Twitter and hang out, but I think I kind of wanted to just make this more of a, only really got to stream. I almost said scream, but stream once this week. And I miss y'all. I miss it. I was very disappointed that I wasn't able to stream more in Las Vegas. I really wanted to. I just, it's a busy city, busy town, busy time, and I just wasn't able to do what I wanted to do. These things happen. I'm kind of just getting a bunch of bud together here and some wax as well, so we can dab and we can smoke together. Let me go grab a couple more things. I'm going to turn on some music so we can kind of hang out a little bit and, just have a good time. I'm going to turn the music to about 42. Which one do we like the best? Remember daydreaming being good. Daydreaming's good. Howdy, Laura. What's happening? I'm all messy and crazy right now. Showers and saunas and steam rooms and gyms and all the things. It's like the Wizard of Oz for working out. But yeah, this is just going to be a hangout stream, just smoking and chilling. Rolling blunts now. Atta-way, Mark. Howdy, howdy. Atta frickin' way. I'm going to grab some papers real quick. What else do I need? Oh. We smoke, but, we might as well have a margarita while we can, even though it's just little Truly margaritas. They're not the best, but they do the trick, right? Back in a bowl. Honestly, if y'all want to, y'all want to come smoke on stream? I don't know if y'all have the capability of streaming. We're just kind of hanging out. That might be a kind of fun thing to do. No pressure to do that or anything, but if y'all wanted to come smoke on stream, y'all are welcome to. Yeah, we're just hanging out. I got my grinder. I got a little bit of Mob Boss right here. Some Syndicate Mob Boss. Gonna be delicious. I think it's a hybrid, indica leaning hybrid, but a hybrid nonetheless. So before we start toking and smoking and doing all the goodness, I have yet to smoke today, and I just got back from the gym, saunaed, steam roomed, showered. I don't know if that takes the life out of you any, but the sauna and the steam room, I'm pretty dead after that. I'm about to be baked. If I haven't smoked today, just got out of the sauna and steam room in the gym, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. So let me grab one or two more of these just to have on hand right quick. I'll be right back. I don't like doing these, but might as well. I wish I had like a little fun graphic to play just for a second. 30 seconds is I do. I grabbed a hairbrush instead of grabbing another can of margarita. All right, well now I'm gonna play the intro. Slowly but surely, we'll get there, y'all. All right, we've got our little stack to keep on the side, Joe. We've got our stack of margaritas. These are not my favorite flavor, I don't think, the mango chili. I like mango and I like chili. I don't know if I like mango chili in a margarita. I don't know. What do y'all think? I know this hair is going to bug the living hell out of me, so we're going to put it in a ponytail. Even though it's all wet and crazy, I'm going to put it in a ponytail. I don't know much about hair upkeep. I probably should do a little research now that my hair is this damn long, but am I lazy? Am I stubborn? Yeah. Yes, all of the above. Squared or cubed and all of those. Yes. Let's see. Let's see. I'm excited to get baked because I haven't smoked today, but I am a little spooked just because I'll fall asleep in about 20 minutes if we're not careful. Let's grind up some ganja. Those three flavors are all great on their own, but together, no. See, that's kind of where I'm at. I drank see. I don't like all those Trulies and White Claws and things like that much. But I try to be healthier when I drink, just because I used to drink like a motherfucker, and don't want to get back into that habit again. You know. So I like to drink. Like I used to only drink vodka and tequila. Now I'm just tequila because I kind of screwed myself up with some vodka. But for the most part, I'm a smoker just because it doesn't hurt you. It doesn't take you out of commission the next day or anything like that. Did I have fun in Vegas? And I wouldn't mix them either. Yeah, I'm just not the biggest fan. This mango chili. Not the worst, but iffy at best, you know? The one I'm drinking on right now is watermelon cucumber, and that's also not the best, but like, couldn't have been watermelon and anything else. Couldn't have just been like a watermelon margarita if they want to do a flavor. Like, I guess the cucumber just dilutes it and makes it a little watery, even though watermelon has more of a watery flavor than cucumber. But no. Watermelon, I feel like, is more watery than cucumber, but cucumber is more watery flavor-wise. Right? Does that make sense? Yeah. Whatever. But Vegas was great. It was. I mean, it wasn't great, and it was great at the same time. It wasn't great in the aspect that, like, I had absolutely zero things to do, and it wasn't like a good time to like go to find other fun things to do. But I'm very good at entertaining myself. The two people I went with are big gamblers. One is completely sober, allergic to alcohol even, so like he wasn't going to party or anything like that. And that dude, for being as sober as he is, and gambling is his vice, because good Lord, he doesn't leave the table. And then my other buddy drinks and hangs out and does, and you know, I'm not like only going to Vegas to drink. I'm going for the city and stuff, especially because I don't gamble. I really do love the city itself. But my other buddy doesn't drink when he gambles, so he's more focused on gambling, which is just, you know, funny. But it makes sense. They both, I think one was up 2,500, one was up 2,600 at their top, and then one of them went away with 1,800 and the other went away with 1,900 at the end of the day. So that was fun watching them do that. I did enjoy being like their cheerleader for a little bit. That was always good. I got to talk about Matt and Jamie for a little bit, which was kind of funny. I was talking about how I stream with some British people most weeks, to the Scottish couple. They were at the craps table right as we were kind of like heading out of there. They my buddies were like, okay, we've got 1 hour before we're gonna leave, or when we're planning to leave. We can either leave now and leave early, or we can go hit the craps table after lunch again. We're like, all right, we'll go sit there just for a little bit, and it was a good time. It was a good time. I talked to the wife of the guy gambling for like an hour and a half, because we left a little later than we were planning to, of course. And the guy had just turned 80. He was there for his 80th birthday, and he kept turning around and joking with everybody, and it was funny as hell. It was a good time. It was a good time. My most favoriteest bit of Vegas the past couple of days was, there are 3 IMAX theaters, I believe, maybe 4, possibly 5, but I know 3 for sure in Los Angeles County. For 14 million people. Las Vegas, I had to look while I was there, because I did something that I've thought about, and I just guess I've never Googled. So I had to Google it while I was there. Las Vegas only has 646,000 people. And they have 3 IMAX theaters there. We didn't have to wait in line. We got tickets 20 minutes before Oppenheimer in 70 millimeter IMAX, and I was the happiest camper ever. And it was, I'd already seen it once, so it was really nice for my friends to see it. I sat in between both of them so I could kind of look over and kind of see how they were enjoying it, which was one of my favorite bits. It's one of the reasons I like to sit in the back middle of the theater is kind of my favorite spot when I go to the movie theater. And I think one of the reasons I want to, I don't know if I just think in like a director's, producer's way, like mindset, whatever, but I do thoroughly enjoy that back middle spot because you can look at the audience and you can gauge what they're thinking and you know, apply that to your own thoughts if you want to, but I just like to see where other people's brains are at sometimes, and that's a joy. That's a joy, and just being able to hop into IMAX that quickly was freaking amazing. Like, freaking amazing. I wish it was that easy out here. Everything's so easy out in LA. It's good to have a little challenge every now and then, and it's good to realize when, oh wait, okay, this isn't so easy here. It's easy elsewhere. I was once gifted habanero watermelon tequila at Burning Man. Filled my water bottle with it. I wasn't conscious long after that. It was an interesting mistake. LOL. Habanero watermelon tequila. Why does that not sound as bad as like mango chili or watermelon cucumber? It doesn't sound like it sounds like it knock you out and make you not conscious very quickly. But it sounds a hell of a lot tastier than whatever the hell Truly's coming up with. I was about to say White Claw and stuff like that, but I don't even think they have margaritas. I think they're still strictly their seltzers or whatever. Which I will give props to the old Truly's. They're a little more versatile in their drinks. Which really, I stopped drinking for almost a year and a half while I was losing a whole bunch of weight. And I've thought about stopping drinking again just because I don't truly like it. You know, it's something to do and it is fun, obviously. I like to have my wherewithal a little bit. But also, social drinking is the easiest thing to do in the world, and it is so much fun to do, and it's just in your face everywhere. It's hard not to drink, and obviously I could say that is an excuse to not drink more, but I don't. so I hang out anyway, you know. I will get to that. I know next year I'm going to Africa for a month, and that'll be a good excuse to just cold turkey it for a little bit. I don't like sober October. I really don't. October is a month to get fucked up in. You know, I like Halloween parties too much. So I do not subscribe to sober October. I kind of want to change it to sober September. But then there's Labor Day weekend, and everyone wants to party Labor Day weekend. It's also my dad's birthday Labor Day weekend, but he has been sober for like 38, 40 years, so he would be on the just don't drink for September kind of route. Can we make a sober September into sober October and do like the second half of September, first half of October? Can we make that a thing? Sober fall, sober autumn. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Okay, good. I have this right here. But while I'm talking, I might as well go ahead and start grinding up a little bit of Mob Boss to put in this cone. I got these Blazy Susan cones still. Wonderful things. Oh, that's why it's so bright. I was like, I know. That wasn't bad, though. I'm surprised. I can never get this lighting figured out. Oh, what are you saying down here, Mark? Especially in the desert, when I awoke, someone had to replace the liquor in my water bottle with water for me and had placed me in the shade. See, that's good people. I do love that about a good festival. I almost said concert. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at this nug. That's a ginormous. Look, it blocks out my whole face. Yeah, I can't really see my face when I do that. There we go. Blocked out my whole face. Damn. Gorgeous looking nug. A little green, little purple. Ooh, the Syndicate is treating us well today. I like it. Burners are the best. Burning Man. Is that what you call Burning Man? I've never been to Burning Man. Obviously, it's something I would really like to do. Kind of right up my alley. I haven't. I haven't been there that much. Or I haven't been there ever. I don't go to many festivals. I like, because most festivals tend to be like EDM and things like that, and I'm very picky with my EDM. I'm starting to not be as much, because I like all kinds of music, but country, metal / screamo, and EDM have always kind of been the lesser three of all my genres that I do listen to. Burners attend Burning Man and other burns are far more than festivals. Oh yeah, and that's one of the reasons I want to go. It's a full week, right? And it's literally just you said something about the desert earlier. Oh, you said the desert whenever you woke up. It's what words would you use to describe it? It's a festival, yes, but it's also an experience, yes, but like, I don't know. I lack the words because I guess I haven't been there, so I can't truly describe it the way it deserves to be. But I've heard absolutely nothing but amazing things. Obviously, there's your horror stories every now and then, but there's a horror story for everything. And if you choose to focus on that, what's the point of ever doing anything? You know? I don't know. I don't subscribe to only listening to cautious tales. You got to listen to the cautious tales and learn from them, yes. But you got to listen to the fun stuff. Carrie! Howdy, Carrie. How you doing? We are smoke streaming. I'm grinding a little butter right now. It's taking me a while. I'll start talking and it takes a little bit to get moving. But we're just hanging, just chilling. Talking about Burning Man. Burning Man is in the desert and it is a week. Most burns are weekend events and are in many various locations. Burns are a community more than anything. Oh. Okay, I get it now. I think. So burns. Okay. Now I gotta scroll back up to the last thing you said. Burners attend Burning Man and other burns. Burns are far more than festivals. So burns are weekend events, many locations, and they are festivals, but they tend to be more than just a festival. And then Burning Man is the culmination of all those. Is that a decent way of describing that from a layman's point of view? Guessing they are a way of life. I could assume so. I don't know if y'all listen to Andrew Schultz, the comedian. He has a really good podcast, one of the more popular ones, and it's 4 comedians all on a couple couches, and they usually have a pretty good guest, and it's really entertaining. Yes and yes, guessing their way of life. Ah, nice. Oh, and yes too. That's the good way of describing it. Hell yeah. Okay. I'd love to entrench myself with that culture and community a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know the way of tackling all that, you know? I'm sure I could figure it out fairly easily. I haven't thought all that through. I don't know what I said that was funny or if whatever, but ADD. I'm talking and I don't remember what the hell I was saying 20 seconds later. Hence me going back and forth to re-highlight the comments. Surprise! I haven't even smoked yet, and my short-term memory's not there. The long-term memory's there, though. Basically, you got to be your true self, knowing that everyone will love and accept and embrace you for being you. Radical self-expression and radical acceptance. And that's what life's all about, right? Like, it's great. Oh, yeah. Harris, sorry if I'm off topic, but I just wanted to bring up yesterday's double live stream on Sidetrack Shuttlepod. It was pretty amazing, but would have been better if you were there. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Jamie, I feel like, is a much more focused speaker. Obviously, I'm ADD as fuck, so I'm all over the place all the time. I bring good points and things just because I tend to have a good perspective on things, I guess, just because I try to look at a multitude of perspectives. that's about all the boat I can float for myself there. I don't want to float my boat too much. But I was really happy that Mark at the end of that interview, live stream, whatever it was, told Jamie how great of an interviewer, how nice it is speaking to him. I didn't know what to expect last year when Jamie was like, "You're a fan of Side Trek and you're just figuring out Stargate and all this stuff. You want to come on and talk about it?" I was like, I mean, I'm a decent talker, but sure, I don't really know what to say when I get there, and I didn't have to worry about a damn thing because Jamie's that good. And obviously, Stormy's funny as hell, and he's super intelligent and great to talk to as well. So that's great. And Matt will never give himself enough credit, but the dude's a freaking genius, and he's just as good a conversationalist as I think any one of us can be. It's just if he's in the right mood sometimes, you know, and that's for everybody. But Matt never gives himself enough credit. The dude's great at all of it. But the height of all creativity. Oh, but real quick, I really appreciate that, Carrie. I would love to talk to everybody a little bit more. I was kind of kicking myself because, hell, if I was in Vegas still, I brought my Side Trek shirt. I would have just walked up to them wearing a Side Trek shirt and just see what they would have said, you know, been like, I'm the young American, you know, I don't know, just messed with them a little bit, but I would love to have a conversation with those guys one day. Oh, I can't say anything. Nope, I can't. Never mind. That thought that I was about to give y'all, pretend I didn't get excited about nothing at all. Throw it out your mind, because Jamie didn't text somebody and possibly has someone cool coming on in a little bit. Maybe, possibly. I'm not going to give you a name. I won't. But that's all I'll give you just because I said something and I just feel weird getting excited about nothing. That's what I'm excited about. But I got to keep my cards close to my chest on that one, huh? But no, I really do appreciate that, Carrie. That's something I want to get better at, you know? I think the Greg interview went really well. I want to get Chambers back on soon. I know Jamie wants to get Greg on Side Trek as well, and I'd love to get Greg back on here too, because Greg just likes talking about all this stuff. But I would like to get Chambers back on, and I want to focus the conversation a little bit more. I think I tried to send my itinerary. Not my itinerary, that's not the right word. I tried to send the list of what we were covering topic-wise that day early to everybody, including Chambers. And Chambers was looking at that list just as much as I was, so he'd look at that and just keep going, which is helpful. But it hurts, I guess, my focus and trying to ask questions and stuff like that. So yeah. I would like to do that again and refocus the conversation a little bit, not give them the notes beforehand, and I'll keep those to myself and I'll ask the questions and such. I think it's just, as much as I do like everyone being prepared, I think it would be better to have given that to Jamie or given that to Matt and not given it to the guests. So that way the guests can kind of just hang out and take things as it is. Because I know the people I have on tend to be writers, producers, directors, things like that so far. And those people do take hold of something and run with it whenever they have the opportunity to, and rightfully so. But when we're trying to have a focused topic, it can get a little out of hand when we're all ADD. But yeah, what are we doing here? The height of all creativity. Yes, we can get Burning Man in general. Yes, that has to do a lot with the psychedelics, which I am a fan of. I could do a psychedelic channel if I really wanted to, but alas, I shall not, for a multitude of reasons. I kind of have a career that I would like to get going, and I don't know if talking about that too much would hurt it or not, or not hurt it. Talking about it, I think making that like my online persona or something like that would be a little much. I love psychedelics and I love herb and stuff like that, of course, but this isn't like an online persona or anything. This is just me, you know. Y'all know me. Y'all don't know like what I do to come here and talk about is like it's not like I leave here and don't give a shit about sci-fi. I leave here and start watching Futurama. You know, like I like sci-fi. I leave here and go read His Dark Materials book by Philip Pullman or something. I like my sci-fi. I don't have to put on a show. And as much as I adore psychedelics, I would have to do a lot more research to even feel like I was worthy about talking about the topics. And I don't know. I don't want to feel like a fraud talking about things, you know? I'd rather give my honest opinions and honest thoughts and such like that. Don't get that much here in New England. The height of creativity or being your true self and all that. I don't think we get much of your being your true self anywhere nowadays. I came to LA thinking everybody was going to be their true selves all the time, and it's just a freaking city, county, town full of just everyone trying to be anything but themselves. And it sucks sometimes. It really does suck sometimes, which makes going out to Vegas and going up to Maine next week, which I will. Remind me in a little bit. If I get off topic and forget, just remind me in like 15, 20, 30 minutes, wherever we are. Say, hey, you were going to tell us something about Maine. Tell us something about Getaway, the movie, Maine. Because I am filming and I want to update y'all on our schedule. I'm trying to figure out when Schmook can maybe tag on a stream for me instead of me trying to stream in the middle of a cabin in the middle of the woods in Maine with little to no internet, which I might be able to do, but who knows how good the stream quality would be. So that's where I'm worried about that there, I guess. But yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let me catch up to what we're saying here. Burns are all not for profit. Oh, that's cool. No one and me, no person, and no company ever makes any money off of any burn. You cannot purchase anything at a burn with, but everyone will get you everything with love. I love that. I mean, I like money too. I like the barter system, and I feel like that's probably more the barter system where, like, if you need something, someone's gonna get it to you. That's good. If you want something, here. If you want a joint, here's a shot. I don't know, but like, you know, something like that. I like that though. I like that. A little barter, a little love. That's all we need in life. It doesn't need to be too cuckoo in any sense, you know. Burns are best with acid, but not necessary at all. Okay, I can see that. I feel like acid for me is a lot less visual. Some people say acid's super visual. I've had some very visual acid before, but typically I would say shrooms are more visual to me, and acid's more of just like an elongated kind of day of deep thought, which I do enjoy. I've done acid more than shrooms. I've counted the amount of times I've done acid and shrooms. I should not say them on live. But I had a good last couple of years of high school and the first couple of years of college. I haven't done all of that to the multitude I used to do it. But yeah, still respect and love the plants for what they do. I'm not a big fan of the man-made stuff necessarily. Acid is a little bit different, but it is also technically a derivative of ergot. So it is man-made still, but there's a natural aspect and element to it. So I don't fault it by any means. No corporations can advertise or sponsor anything at a burn, etc. Complete decommodification. Yeah. That's good. That's nice. And I like that. It promotes people just loving on each other. And that's what we should get back to as a frickin' species. I will continue in a little bit. I just want to read what Carrie was saying real quick. Harris, I love that you're part of Sidetrack. And while the live stream was happening, I was on the other live letting the chat know how much Sidetrack loves them too. And Matt is awesome. Yes. Thank you for all of that. Yeah, no, I tried to text Jamie. I was like, put that text bubble up with your name, you know? I don't think he was too focused on everything going on. And when I texted him, that was right when like Mark, the stream kind of struggled for him for a second. So he obviously wasn't looking at that and was trying to, you know, revamp the stream and everything. But yeah. Thank you. It's kind of the most random group of people to get together, literally an international group of different people. But I love all three of those guys. Just fantastic human beings. I don't know what rock they were hiding under for my first 23 years of life, but I'm glad I found them in my 24th. Or I found them in my 23rd. I don't, you know what I mean? I just lucked out meeting them. I can't wait to meet them in person next year for San Diego Comic-Con. Like, Comic-Con itself is something to look forward to. The fact that we're all trying to get together out here to do that. They're gonna land out here, and you remember Jamie talking about all the. I thought a welcoming party would be in New York for me. Sorry, Laura, you're one of the Yankees I like, but from the South, from Texas, the Northeast are typically just a couple. They're kind of angry people, so they're the Yankees up there. I think that was Jamie's problem. He didn't have a loving group of people to hop down to. If he would have hopped down Boston, that would have been a different thing. But going to New York. I've been to New York City once in my life. I don't think I ever want to go back or ever need to go back. Unless someone's paying me to. It's still a fun place, though. I don't have anything against it, but I don't have anything to love for it either. You know? But when he lands next year, when Matt lands next year, hopefully Stormy will be out here a little bit ahead of time. I'm gonna have barbecue ready for him like nobody's business. Speaking of barbecue, I'm super excited. I've got a barbecue going on tomorrow, and I think I'm doing 4 racks of ribs, a brisket, a bottom of the round roast, and a couple little appetizers myself. And it's a bit of a potluck cookout barbecue kind of thing. And we're gonna have a slew of people bringing more food, so it's gonna be really great. I know what you're talking about. LOL. I think I remember the short term, like I told you. Catch it back up. Acid is good therapeutic effect, acid is good therapeutic effect that everyone should experience once or twice a year for their mental health. Oh, totally. And I haven't for the last 3 or 4 years, actually. 3 years. 3 years. I think it's been about 3 years. And I'm due. I haven't had an actual shroom trip in a good while either. Both of those I feel like would be really nice to do. I wouldn't mind doing a trip around my house just to reinvigorate the area and the aura, the atmosphere, whatever. But I want to do that stuff in nature, and there's a lot of cool nature that I haven't explored out here. I don't know if that's something I want to do in places that I'm not super familiar with, but I'm not opposed to doing it in unfamiliar places. Like, I'd love to go to Joshua Tree or something and do some acid, or go up to Yosemite and eat some mushrooms and go on a hike, or something of the sort, something like that. I don't know. I've been thinking about that recently. I thought about bringing something up to Maine. I just think that's a little too short notice, and I want to focus on my craft, and obviously mushrooms and acid can help you in the acting and writing world and everything of the sort, but that's something I probably should have done 2 months ago, 3 months before we filmed the first bit, so I'm not getting some new crazy perspective on this character right before I jump back in. Like, we're gonna keep it as is. Next time, that's how I might dive into another character, How many people are you having over? That's a lot of food. You're making me hungry. Good barbecue is always good to make you hungry. I'm gonna cook up a bunch here in a little bit. I think I'm gonna do some ribs tonight just to prepare. 2 racks tonight, 2 racks tomorrow. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put the brisket in. Yeah. No, I might. Should I do the brisket or the bottom of the round roast overnight? I kind of want to do the brisket longer, but I want the bottom of the round roast ready earlier, if that makes sense. What is brisket like? Any good? Woo! Brisket is amazing. I think it might be the best cut of meat off of a cow. That's not like a meant to be a steak, you know. That's not like backstrap in a way. I love brisket. I adore brisket because brisket. There's two bits about brisket. The two bits about brisket that's amazing. The first bit, it melts in your mouth. If you have a good tender brisket, it literally melts inside of your mouth when you're eating it, and it's amazing. But the second best part about brisket, which is arguably the best part if you get a bunch of these yourself, there's like a layer of crust around the brisket, and then on the ends of the brisket tend to get burnt. And you can cut off those burnt ends and have like a crispy, just full of flavor, little chunk of it's like a snack. It's almost like a piece of jerky in a way that's just less terrible and more not as mouth-watering, but still just absolutely delicious. Brisket used to be discarded as worthless or given as cheap, crappy food to cowboys who figured out how to slow cook it to goodness. Damn right, and us cowboys figured out how to do it right. And now it is a delicacy. A delicacy, I say. And it's just so good. It's just so good. Maybe that was the bowl I'm working on. True. Which I now have this grinded. I know I'm taking frickin' forever. We're 37 minutes into it, and I'm just hanging out talking. But I'm about to stuff this cone. Have you had corned beef? Maybe made from brisket? Yeah. Corn. Yeah. It's brisket with corn kernels all around it in a way, right? That's kind of the simplest way to describe it. Corned beef is great too. I only really eat it for St. Patrick's Day, right? Yeah. But I do love it. We love you on Sidetrack. My girlfriend especially loves when you read Paul Rudd lines. She says you most embody Paul Rudd from I Love You Man. Yes, I freaking adore I Love You Man. It's such a good movie. It's so much fun. It makes you smile. I love it. It's a great one. Also, was just talking to Shelly, and we're both going to SDC. Yes, I'm so happy. Hell yes. We're walking in there, a crew 6 deep. I don't know what we're all wearing, but it's gonna be fun, and I'm pumped. I'm just excited. That's what us Irish folk do. The Irish folk, they love the corned beef. All the corned beef brisket. That was an awful Irish accent, but I'd have fun doing it nonetheless. Well, Mark, that's the way people used to treat lobster, especially on the East Coast. Yeah, that's actually, I was thinking that as I was reading it, and I did not end up giving the example, of course, but first thing that comes to mind, it's lobster used to be prisoners' food, and now we know what a lobster's worth, you know? Feel like I did I miss another comment? I don't think so. How many people am I having over though? I'm not positive. I think 30, 40, maybe a little bit more. We the last couple barbecues I've done have been like on a Monday or Tuesday, which I've been good and great and all. They've just been like odd times. It's hard for people to come, so I usually end up with about 20, 25 tops kind of deal, which is great for a Monday or Tuesday when everybody's just hanging out. But I think tomorrow, good Saturday, will be a little bit bigger. Could be 50 plus. I think it's going to be more 35, 40, 45 maybe. But we will see. I hopefully will be in the mental fortitude to make Sidetrack the next morning. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. We're going to make it work one way or another. Oh my God. Yeah, it wasn't last Sunday. It was the Sunday before, I believe. Or maybe it was last Sunday. I got home at, I think, 4:30 in the morning, and I was hungover as hell for that Sidetrack stream the next day. And, of course, I can see it when I'm viewing back, but I just hope I brought a couple good points. I think more so in the latter half of the show when my brain was actually, like, waking up. But damn. I was hung over, and my brain I was just sitting there just like, what the hell are we talking about? But I made it work. You must have a great potato salad recipe. I've got a couple different ways I make it. I don't make it often, but I can make a mean one if need be. Laura, I've definitely had corned beef. It comes in a bucket that's like really salty. Is that the kind of corned beef you're talking about by any chance? Maybe. Comes in a bucket. Bucket beef. I like the idea of some bucketed beef, but I don't know. Yeah, I see your question, Mark. Let me finish stuffing this cone, and we will talk about it as I like, eh? But just while we're thinking beef and things of the sort, Carrie, if you have not had brisket, Alberta, the old Canadian province, of course. Province. Yeah. Y'all have some of the best cows in the world up there, and get you some Alberta beef and go for it. I don't know if it's as good as our Texas cattle, but I'm biased, you know. I just remember when I was in Canada, I adored every piece of beef I ate, and I'm a meat lover. That's why I went carnivore for so long. It's good. It is really good. So yeah, I couldn't suggest that more. Corned beef? I don't know about the bucket stuff. I'll definitely give it a try. Hell yes. And legit, Alberta's great for anything beef wise. Midwest cows taste the best. You go a little lower. Get to panhandle cows. Panhandle, I don't know. Outside of Lubbock and stuff like that, I feel like there's a lot of really good cows. But Midwest cows are delicious. I guess Panhandle is kind of Midwest in its own way. Originally, yes, the corns or salt corns was how it was preserved. Oh, I had no idea. Let me put that up real quick. Midwest cows are the best. I'll give it a try. I don't know if I put the potato salad recipe up. Originally, yes, the corns are salt corns. I had no idea. That's you learn something new every day. You know, you got to have a lifelong of learn. You got to have a life full of learning and want to be a lifelong learner. That's what I was trying to say. And I like learning random things. And that's random but applicable in my life. So I like it. Texas beef. That's what they call me. I'm kidding. I crack myself up sometimes. Yeah, that Midwest would Panhandle beef from Texas technically be Midwest beef? I mean, Texas is definitely its own thing, but the Panhandle does borrow some Midwest culture in some senses. Not so much in other ways as well, but for the most part, I feel like they do. Almost done stuff in this cone, y'all. I know. I take my time. I roll slow, pack slow, smoke slow. Just kidding. I tend to smoke way faster than I mean to. I'm like, shit. I wish that was longer of a joint. I don't know what I was trying to say there. I wish it burned slower, typically. But there's few things you can do about that. I try to do the things I can to help it burn slow. But, you know. We work with what we got. Okay, this thing is stuffed. I'm twisting it. We're going to pop this top off. We're going to smoke, and then I'm asking, whatever I'm trying to say, the sad question that Mark just put in a minute ago. Okay, let me twist and shout. Let it all out. Something like that. Don't let it all out, actually. Not when we're talking about joints. We need those things. We need that in there. Not outside of there. There we go. Give it a good. The corned beef is preserved. Okay, that's... One second. Let me get all this weed dust off my hands. There's Cheeto dust and weed dust. I do not know which one is harder to get off your fingers. But I've got a green thumb now. The corned beef is preserved in the sealed bucket with very salty water. We actually need to boil it to get a lot of the salt out. Although I have heard that some don't prepare it like that though. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen anybody prepare it like that in my lifetime. It might just be because Texans don't do that, and we kind of. I'm from 20 minutes from Louisiana, so we have very Cajun aspects of things too. If we're gonna salt something up, we tend to add extra flavor, and not just like a salty flavor. We'll add a little different something or other, a little heat or some kind of spice of some sort. But yeah, I don't know. I usually slow cook them like a brisket. I treat them exactly like a brisket whenever I cook them. I don't know. I'm still shocked about the salt thing. I kind of want to look up a video or something about that. That actually sounds pretty damn cool. I like to learn me some cooking stuff. Okay. Y'all remember my little... You got to make that little... Oh, wait, let me take that down. You got to put the little divot in there. You see how there's the divot between everything, and then you light just the corners of the divot and then pop that top. And we got ourselves a nice Blazy Susan joint to smoke. I'm going to move my fan that's situated on my computer just a little bit. Yep. If we're talking about the same thing, then corned beef is awesome. Yes, no, I think we're talking about the same thing. I just think we think about them a little differently, which is kind of cool. Now I want to try it the original way, and I want to try it whatever way that like anybody is used to having it. Really, I don't know. I really like trying new foods. I used to not be. I you're not like to do that. See, okay, you ready? Burn that corner, make a little crater, and pop that top. And we got ourselves a beautiful joint of Mob Boss. Perfect. Nope. Oh, almost. Oh, that felt good. I love a good neck crack. Okay, I did that though. 1 second. I gotta test it from these sides. Ooh, I don't think y'all heard that one. I'm crazy. I crack, and then I kind of like balance against my head and crack from right here, and it just like cracks all that back part of your neck. I do the same thing from here. I used to try to do that, and then chiropractors were like, "Don't do that, dumbass. Don't do that. You're overextending everything." And it's like, do this naturally. You still have the chance to overextend, but it's natural, and you'll just kind of like, you can feel when you don't do it. You know, you can feel when you shouldn't do it, I guess, is the better way to say that. But this, that's the most, it gets to like your spine just a little bit, and it's a good crack. It gets you kind of like back into movement, you know? It kind of reminds me of when you crack your back on acid, and you just, but obviously without the acid part. We were just talking about acid earlier. Honestly, did you said something about acid earlier. I didn't skip over it, did I? Oh, I did, didn't I? The first time I ever did acid was at my first Burning Man in 2012. Best place for first acid experience. And I ran into a huge Dalek while I was dressed as the doctor during this experience. Like the doctor from Doctor Who? And a Dalek? I don't know. Brisket used to... Yeah. Oh, that's why I missed the acid thing. I started thinking about brisket. And then there were the Irish folk. All the Irish. Everywhere with their potato salads and everything. Feckin' hell. I can say feckin' hell pretty well. But besides that, it's not the best. Here we are though. We rinsed the salt off before cooking too, but the original reason for all the salt was to preserve the meat. Yep. You don't think that it's natural salt in the brine in the bucket, do you actually? Yeah, salt's an amazing preservative. I love some of these cultures that are still preserving things, and salt's still preserving. There's I think it's a Nepali culture. I think what's his name? Sonny, the dude with that always wears that big old red headband. Blonde, short hair, big tall buff dude though. Best ever food reviews? I think it's best ever food reviews. I think he went to Nepal, and there was this one group of like this little village way up yonder. and they just hang up their meat. They just hang it up and then they eat it after a certain amount of time. They're literally just dry aging things, and I don't even think they cut around the dry age. I think they eat the whole dry age and everything, which, you know, especially living in the Western culture, that's not something that we think is like okay most of the time. But I eat beef tartare once a week. I just ground beef and then don't cook it and put it out there. And I like to make beef tartare in a few different ways. And I don't know. I'm intrigued by it. I want to do that, but I don't know if it has something to do with that the lack of air up there, like the lack of oxygen that high up in the air, or what? Because obviously people are breathing fine still, but like, does higher up in the atmosphere have something to do with it? Elevation in general, not being higher in the atmosphere, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just intrigued by that, you know? Not sure. Yes, Doctor Who's my biggest obsession, hence the Doctor Who SAG question. Okay, I was just looking at that again. I need to scroll back up and do that while I light this joint. We definitely do the same thing when it comes to rinsing off the salt before cooking. I've never really looked into it because it was such a staple here in Atlantic Canada, and it's so good. Oh, so good. Yeah. Salt brands. Okay, we're getting to it. Sip. Joint. If I can get this hemp wick lit, where'd I put it? There we go. Cheers. Or not so much cheers yet. We're still slowly lighting her, trying to make sure she burns as evenly as possible. All right. Almost. There's one side that wasn't catching. We should be good now. All right. What do we got? SAG question. Will actors like David Tennant, Neil Patrick Harris, etc., who are certainly SAG members, be able to promote Doctor Who here shortly airing in November, being its BBC, or not? Short answer, I have no idea. A little bit longer of an answer, with a little more nuance to it. I have no idea. Because Disney and Hulu are now not Hulu, but Disney, I think, is the sole what am I distributor? That's what I'm looking for. They're their sole distributor, I believe, for Doctor Who now. So that could screw that up a little bit. But it being a British production and run by the BBC might play into it the other way. I would hope that they're able to, for you and for Matt, because I know y'all are huge Doctor Who folk. But I'm not positive. I'm not positive. I would like for them to be able to, but I'm not sure. I don't want to get myself in trouble at all. David's not here to back me up right now. I know it's too early for him. What time is it over there? 5:19 in the morning. He's been here at 5 a.m. in the morning before. Where's David? I'm kidding. We can't give him gripe. He doesn't sleep. If he's sleeping, he deserves to sleep, and he needs to sleep. From holding us all on his back, you know? What the hell was I saying, though? SAG stuff. Oh, my God. Talk about ADD. Good Lord. Yeah, if it's because it's a British production, hopefully but they're SAG. Maybe they're not allowed to do press within the US. And maybe they're allowed to do it still in the UK. In Europe if they need to. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. It's an excellent question, though. That, it might be one to ask Chambers or Greg. I might have to text him. Chambers was texting me earlier. Which is really exciting. It's nothing like that I can't announce or anything, so I'll say it. But Shitheads, the play that Chambers wrote for me that I starred in last year, that Greg was in as well, which was really funny. I was the main shithead, of course, like the dude that everything was revolving around. It was in my apartment. Everything's going on mostly in my apartment. It's a 90-plus minute stage, and I was on stage for every single minute of it. And everybody else is a revolving door, kind of almost like a Seinfeld episode, but elongated in a way. I may be biased, but I think it's one of the better things Chambers has ever written. And we've talked about turning it into a film, and I don't think it'd be a very expensive film to do, so that'd be really cool. But the thing that we're doing before we do all that, and before we can find financiers for that, I believe is the proper way of saying that, we're going to turn it into an audiobook or an audio play. I want to stack my producer's resume, and that's a good way to do so. And Chambers wants to continue publishing, and this would technically allow me to publish as well, because I do own part of the, or I guess I do own the rights to the play itself, because I commissioned it. I won't be an author, but hell, I will be a published person, if that counts. Published in an audiobook sense. So I think that would be really cool, and we're going to talk about that, I believe, this Monday or Tuesday, probably Tuesday. So yeah, that's going to be really interesting, and I will keep you all updated, because that's something that I am very proud of, and I look forward to being able to release, you know? Now, the other thing going on next week, on Tuesday, we're doing our last in-person rehearsal for this movie, for Getaway, the horror little indie film. And let me look at the actual days, so I can give you the days and not just the dates. Thursday the 17th. No, excuse me. Thursday the 10th through Thursday the 17th, I will be in Maine to finish shooting this film, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what we're going to do streaming-wise. I don't think streaming from the cabin is really that great of an option. No matter what, I'm going to at least try for Sidetrek. It's also Schmook's birthday week, so Schmook's going to be able to take over at least one stream. I'm going to try to get him to take over 2 or 3. That might be hard because it's his birthday week and family wants to do a bunch of stuff. He's still got a bunch of like friends that just graduated college and moved back to where he lives, so they're all doing stuff frequently, and his girlfriend might want to get him to do a couple things. So there's a lot of things to do during birthday week. We'll see how much we can get him to stream. But y'all support Schmook while he's in my stead, of course. In my stead, but I like to say shh everything whenever I'm talking about or talking to Schmook, of course. But yeah. We'll give you what the plan is, hopefully as soon as possible. I'm going to try to solidify that with him tomorrow or Sunday. And Monday, we'll have... Right? We'll have one full normal week. Yeah. We'll have... No, we won't, actually. The 10th. I keep thinking 17th. We'll have a normal Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Maybe we'll get him to finish out Thursday and Friday if possible. Maybe just Thursday. Hopefully Friday if we can get him for Friday. Oh, damn, I started talking. The joint went out. But can anyone see my chat? This one? Did you chat something else? Corned beef? Just corned beef talk, right? I don't see anything else. But yeah, those are the general plans, and I will keep y'all posted as we figure out and solidify what they actually are. But that's kind of what we are thinking at the moment, and what my schedule is. After that, for the foreseeable future, I am here. No, my YouTube chat isn't working right now. No way. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, Carrie, I see you. Did you see her last chat though? I don't know. It's not showing up for me at all. All I have is the one section of comments to look at. So I'm not sure. Relighting this thing real quick. Were you saying something bad? Did YouTube ban you? Actually, I think I have it where it should allow all comments all the time. So I don't think it should do that. I see the corned beef stuff. Yeah, I see the corned beef stuff. Actually, you know what? It might not be set for that. Let me go to the actual YouTube studio real quick. I know I'm live, but can I? Yeah, I have it set where it's not for kids and all that right now. Stream language is English. Description language is English. And stream location is today. I'm gonna do these tags later, because that's a lot. But now we should. Oh shit. I was getting a phone call. I'll call him back later. Nothing but corned beef talk. I want something. How can we make a funny pun out of that? Nothing but corned beef talk. That alone could be like the name of a show. Nothing but corned beef talk. And you could talk about literally anything besides corned beef. I don't know. That'd be funny. LOL, I didn't say anything bad, LOL. I didn't anything after my last chat, but everything went blank, so I refreshed and couldn't see the previous chat, LOL. Yeah, no. There's nothing but corned beef talk. But I don't know. The refresh. Thank you guys. We got you. We're a team around here. It's like we're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because there's a movie out, but I still need to go see it. Who's who though? Who's who? Carrie, Mark, Laura, and me. Out of all of us, who's who out of the Ninja Turtles? What are y'all thinking? I'm trying to come up with it, but I don't know. I'm probably the silliest bastard, but I don't know. After all the acid talk, Mark could be Leonardo. Huh? Yeah, okay. Literally, you said that you typed it as I said it. That was perfect. Okay. I like it. That means Gary and Laura. Would y'all? Neither one of y'all are mad. Am I the angry one? Am I Raphael? Just for that sake? Oh yeah, angry. I can get pissy. I'm too stoned to be pissy right now. Damn, I could feel that thing going out again. I'm talking too much, not smoking enough. Okay, so if I'm Raphael, Mark is Leonardo. Who's Donatello? And I'm too old to have gotten into the Ninja Turtles. You're never too old to get into the Ninja Turtles. The one that Corey Feldman played. Who did Corey Feldman play in the Ninja Turtles? What? You're not Don, you're Mike or Ralph. Yeah. I feel like I'm more Mikey. Right? I'm probably more Michelangelo. I'm not angry like Raphael all the time, you know? Which means, okay, so who's more angry, Laura or Carrie? Neither of y'all are angry people either. Y'all gotta fight for it now. Lay down your cases. I don't know. What Donatello and Raphael are left. Donatello's more like the what Leonardo's more like your mostly like all the way solid dude, right? Solid through and through. That's why he's kind of a leader. He's got a little bit of everybody in him, kind of. Mikey's obviously the funny guy, but still tough, still fun. Raphael is the tough guy, but still fun, but pretty pissy. And then who's more scientific? That's Don. Don's the scientist. There we go. Okay, I was gonna be like the wise sage, the old guy, but kind of like the wise scientist, older dude. He's Stormy. Stormy's our Donatello. That's sidetrack people though. We're thinking here. I was saying that I was the one that Corey Feldman played. It's funny that I can't remember his name. Which Corey Feldman Ninja Turtle? Hold up. Let me Google this. Corey Feldman Ninja Turtles. Who did he play? Oh yeah, we wish Ninja Turtle was. He was Donatello. Okay. So you're our science one, Carrie. You're Donatello. Okay, I like it. You're our wise sage scientist. Laura, you're the badass. You're the badass Bostonian turtle. Mark, do you remember which turtles have which weapons? Because each one has individual weapons, right? Michelangelo has Mikey's got nunchucks, right? Raphael has the cool small daggers. We're just messing around, you know. I don't know. We're figuring it out. We both come from Northern Atlantic. Being angry at the weather is something we're good at. That's true. You've got the weather rage for Raphael. That's how you channel it. And aren't they New York? It's New York, right? Or is it? It's not San Francisco. What? It's New York, right? Where the hell the turtles from? Lordy. Where are the Ninja Turtles from? New York. Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay. I don't know why San Francisco came to mind. That's fun. But thinking sidetrack, out of the four of us, who's who? Would I still be Michael? I'd probably still be Michelangelo. That's actually pretty easy. I'd be Michelangelo. Well, no. Yeah, Jamie would probably be Leonardo. I would think Donatello would be Stormy, but Matt doesn't fit Raphael. He's not angry. I don't know. We don't fit the Ninja Turtles. Maybe Matt could be the what's the female Ninja Turtle they did for the one show for like one season, or was it one movie? It didn't pan out. It was what was her name? There's such a I don't know how the Ninja Turtle is. Venus. That's right. Venus de Milo. That's right. Venus de Milo. I don't know if I've watched the entire thing with her. I don't know. Damn. Okay, I keep talking. Okay, but should I dab real quick? I'm really not as baked as I thought I'd be, which is okay. That's perfectly fine. But you know, I expected to be a lot more baked, just coming from the sauna and the steam room and the gym and not having smoked anything at all today. But I'm still rambling on like my normal self. But in the spirit of getting a little more baked. Oh, I didn't bring my damn torch. I can go grab that from the other room. Shall we take a dab? Dab? Because I do have a little white lemon crumble right here. Yeah, it's one of the last couple dabs from it too. Shall we dab? Shall we dab? I'm gonna dab. I'm gonna give myself. Made it. Slowly but surely. All right. We're dabbing. We are dabbing. Okay. What are y'all thinking? What are y'all thinking about? Okay. Tell me if that's too loud. I gotta move this fan. There we go. All right. Yeah, no. I guess Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles only came into play in the, was it mid 80s? Late 80s? I can't even remember, but they are absolutely excellent. And I guess they're not really something to truly look into when you're just when they're past your era, you know. They're great nonetheless. And if you're a big animation fan, this thing's gonna die on me. I need to refill the frickin' torch. Let's see if we can get a dab out of it anyway. The torch needs more fuel. But yeah. The Ninja Turtles are amazing. They really are. But they're not like a necessity. And without knowing anything about them, I guess it is hard to understand why the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles might end up being like one of the highest grossing freaking films of the year. They've only been there's been one day in previews and they've already made $10 million, which is what a lot of films hope to premiere to over a full weekend sometimes. Okay, this is going to be a very low dab. We're going to see if we have enough heat to do one. Just a little booger, as they say. All right, got the carb cap. Cheers, y'all. Oh yeah. It worked. Yeah, that definitely worked. Woo! I think that negates a swig of water. Big old swig of water. What have y'all been watching this week? I've been watching What We Do in the Shadows. I just keep thinking about that. Random thought, but it just popped in my head. Have you ever seen What We Do in the Shadows? It's a really funny, like, vampire satire. It's fantastic. New Zealand comedy, but they brought it to Staten Island. They did. Oh, water is very nice after that dab. Very nice after that dab. Yay! Whew. All right. If the eyes were not red before, they are now. But I'm still kicking. What y'all thinking? Y'all watching anything interesting this week? Any good shows, movies? Stream anything cool? Go to a theater and see anything in the movie theaters? Talk to Me. I'm gonna go see Talk to Me. Talk to Me was really good. I keep thinking about it. I like it a lot. we don't have anything to talk about. I might skedaddle, you know? Might see what's going on in the world on a Friday evening. I'm gonna have to take a hoodie off though. This is only an air conditioning in my house. It is too damn hot. I'm wearing a hoodie outside right now. Yeah. Well, if we don't have anything, I might skedaddle, yo. I might head on out of here. Yeah. Thank y'all as always for being here. You know, I appreciate the hell out of it. I did not expect to be streaming for over an hour just shooting the shit, but hell, it took me 37 minutes just to even get the joint going, I believe. So half of the stream was smoking and half of it was just talking about shit. And we still talked about shit while we were smoking, so that a double whammy on that one. But thank y'all. Spiel, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share this to all your people everywhere. We're trying to hit 50 likes, 500 subscribers. Thank y'all again for being here. I'm properly baked. I appreciate the hell out of y'all. And come back to MQ for more movie love and goodness. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.